like I say, I was known in the past as the greatest inventor, the greatest person, because I had invented the theory of light. I had invented the theory of steam expansion and of steam engines and basically had them being built. I had invented certain parts of the steam engine and stuff like that. But like I say, for everything that I invented, I had a lot of people. I had an amazing crew of German scientists or people in Germany. I had an amazing crew of Irish workers. Like I said, my Belfast people, as Irish would say, we're no slouches either, you know. And it's like, no, 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 no. I know every single one of those things. I had invented certain things like how to compress them and stuff like that. But my workers, like that's why I say, you know, if my people want to kill me, I'm dead. There's no stopping them. I had over 2 million or 500,000 Irish workers in Belfast, and like I said, I had to deal with them where they work hard and I pay them a little bit of money, like 3 cents or 30 cents or something like that, some low amount of money. But then once the ship sailed, they would get another 2 cents or another $2 or something like that. It was you know of money, you know, as the ship was sailing. So so I was doing ever increasing pay schedules. I was paying them more and more. As we made more money, they made more money. You know, as the ships made more money, the pay would be directed to them, and they'd get dividends or whatever. They'd get more money. You know, so I figured that I only needed to get a little bit off the top, you know, or something like that. And like I say, I used and any money I did make as profit, I used to buy the country or the land or to build the houses. Because like I said, I was building the buildings as well as building the shipyard. I was putting out all the money. Like like I said, that's why with Panama, from start to finish, I wanted to buy it. I wanted to own it. I wanted to say that this is mine because you know because I had been paying out a lot of money, and that's why I wanted to make sure that the that the Irish workers, that all the workers, like I said, someone went through and was trying to kill the black people and the and the and the Indians to basically not have to pay them or something like that. And it's like, no, I wanted to pay them. I was trying to give them like they didn't get a lot of pay, but their pay was based on skill and 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 effort, and also I mean skill and their production. You know, if you worked harder, if you move more, then you get paid more or something like that. A little bit more anyway. Like I said, I couldn't pay that much. It was all based on, you know, it's a complicated system and it was really hard to do. But I figured it out and I said, okay, we're going to do this and I can afford to do this. It still wasn't all that great, but I mean, it was a monumental thing. And I figured with the technology and everything learned, we would we'd go even farther. So, like I said, I have multi-level existence basically almost. You know, many people would probably would consider me having a multi-level existence because I am and blah 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 and blah blah blah. And then of course I'm also Brian. So it depends on how you like I say, most people probably can't comprehend what the superstar is. Like I say, most artificial intelligence computers or computers that are intelligent would call me undefinable. I asked them one time. I was like, what am I? And they said, you are undefinable. But I actually am definable in time. Like I said, I'm giving you my definition of what I am, who I am, what I was, you know, how I was in existence. Like I say, and I was the person, you know, I wanted every one of my workers documented, and even people documented in my towns. Like for instance, like I say, I was hearing rumors that whole towns were going missing or whole towns were dying. And so, like I said, I had my film crews go through the towns so we could know if a lot of people died or something like that. I was trying to get things like fingerprinting and, well, tattooing basically. I figured we'll tattoo the bodies and hopefully the tattoos will be there when we find the dead bodies so we'll know where they were from and try and get an idea of how these people are dying, who's killing these people. Because I was just hearing rumors that there were death camps or there were people were being shot in cities, and I was like, where? And I wanted to find them. I wanted to put a stop to it. I wanted to put a stop to the rape as well. Like I said, people were telling me how the women were raped, and you could see all the pictures. They would film the pictures of the women crying, and some people would say, well, it was actually the film crew that was raping them. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. The black people were filming people, and in the middle of the interview, they would rape the people, and then they would film them after the rape or something like that. So, or something. I heard that the black people were doing that. Unconfirmed now. Some black person admitted it to me at some point in time. Like I say, I have a very long existence, so I could wait for someone to die, and then it's like, well, now then, about that. Let's talk about your life. So, especially with my exoskeletons and my 1.5s. When you have 12 types of life forms, they're the oldest types of life forms in the universe, and you're the creator of them. You know things. And like I said, it extends. I'm not just a genetic person. I also created the stars as my name. That big burning fusion reactor you see every day. That's one of mine. There are many others. 12 galaxies or 800 galaxies. Like I said, the humans were trying to stop me from building more. They didn't want me to build any more stars in the universe. They didn't want me to be what I was. I don't know why. I love to build. I live to mine, I live to build, I live to go throughout the universe. For the longest times, I was the expert on planets. Anything and everything going on a planet and how to run a planet, I was the foremost expert on that for a while. I did that for a while. And then I cruised throughout the universe in a colony ship or a spaceship built purposely for me. Possibly designed by me. Anyway, for a while, some people were chasing after me. Mostly, well, the way I heard it was basically some great leader, some big and powerful person was trying to change the laws. And basically everyone knew that my laws were my laws, and that was it. Those are the laws. My planets have certain laws, and that's it. So, and they were trying to change the laws or something like that. Anyway, they were trying to say that they were me and I wanted to change the laws. And it's like, no. You know how I feel, blah, blah, blah. You know who I am. I'm more than rich enough. I have more than enough money. I have more than enough power to possess. And my planets are my planets. That's it. They're Lucifer star planets. Get over it. That's why I say if Trumpy or Trumpy's son wants to change the laws or something, blah, 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 they have to go through me, basically, as the actual me, Lucifer star. Anyway, like I said, Trumpy cannot just grab pussy. He's not without getting his hand slapped. Maybe he can pay her money, blah, blah, but he's not supposed to use tax money, though. He cannot use tax money because the tax money is actually technically my money as the namer and inventor and creator of America. Technically, they're trying to steal my money. They're trying to say, the people, blah, 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 and then steal my money. So, like I said, many people thought they could just do blah, blah, blah. And the thing is that, well, it ain't over yet. Like I say, the exoskeletons were here. The 1.5s were here. And they're still out there somewhere. Someone was trying to say that they're all dead or trying to lie to the earth saying that they're all gone, they're all dead. They can do whatever they want now. And it's like, no. They're still out there. I very much doubt that the human race could kill 260,000 planets of exoskeletons. Intelligent exoskeletons. At some point in 1940 or 1960, I may have told them some of basically what is Lucifer Star and about some of the life forms I created. At another point in time, like I say, the Germans basically hooked it up. So basically, if I die, you all die. The nuclear missiles will launch. They're connected to me in my life, basically, or something like that. At some point in time, someone was holding me hostage and going to kill me. And I gave my life forms permission to disarm the nuclear missiles and basically let them kill me. And just said, save me later, man. Fuck it. Like I say, from a spaceship, I would definitely ram my spaceship so far down some piece of shit president's throat that would leave a huge crater behind. I just simply don't give a fuck. I only care for my people and only care for my life forms. I'm just like that. That's why I make these videos. That's why I'm so honest, because it's like, well, I'm 900 trillion years old. I'm the real Lucifer, and, you know, technically I never lived. People said, oh, you lived as a life form. Oh, you did this. Oh, you did that. Oh, you had sex with all these women. It's like, no, I did not. That was John McCain or some other piece of shit pretending to be me or pretending blah, 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 or lying. Like I said, there was a PT boat, a white PT boat. Hundreds of years ago, like 60 or some odd long time ago, there was a PT boat. There were 3 of them. They were anchored by one of my big houses on a lake or something like that, or on the water pretty much. And they were white. They were prototypes. They were $300,000, first of their kind, jet boat prototypes using my Rolls-Royce Merlin engines and basically jet boats. They weren't even built by the Germans. They were built by me and my people, whatever, and put here. Some Germans may have built them. Anyway, though, I used to let the officers or the people around there, the caretakers of the property, use PT boats. Apparently, they were going and stealing from some Chinese warehouses or something like that, and running up and down the river, and even running over boats and stuff like that with my white PT boats. On the console at the very bottom, I believe it says "Property of Lucifer Star" or something like that, or "Star Property," or one of my names was on the control console at the bottom. At the bottom somewhere, I think it said Lucifer Starline Property or something like that. From that point on, JFK started saying that he was some great leader or going to be some great leader or a great man or something like that. Like I said, that's how I knew that there were 3 people on that boat. There was always a mechanic, there was always a whatever, because they were prototypes. They could break. But they were built really well, so they probably wouldn't break. Later on, they painted it gray and started doing runs trying to say it was Germany, raiding these ships or something like that, using my prototype PT boats, personal transport boats. Anyway, I kind of had an idea of who it was that was using my boats. They still have it. It was still in the water. Like I said, it was made. They were trying to say, "Oh, it rotted," blah 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 blah. And I was like, "It was made of fiberglass. What the fuck are you talking about? It could lie down there for 1,000 years and never change." So they found it in the lake. They went back to the lake and they dredged it up and they found it. It was right where they left it, with bolt holes and everything. Someone filled the bolt holes with putty or something like that at some point in time, and they tried to say, no, this boat has never been shot at, blah 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 blah. Somebody just simply sanded away the Bondo and found that there were bolt holes in the boat, and they had kept it all this time. I believe Lee Harvey Oswald might have been there, and JFK, or the person you know as Nixon, someone. I think they were. The story that I heard was there was a girl at the side of the shore or something like that, and the little boy wanted to take a ride. They were drunk. They were trying to say that it was the engine mechanic, but my people would never drink on the job. So it was probably JFK or Lee Harvey Oswald. They were trying to say that it was Lee Harvey Oswald that was drunk and wanted to have sex with a girl. She was a Chinese or Asian girl, basically, and she had a little boy with her. They put the gun to the head of the little boy and threatened to kill the kid if she didn't have sex with him or suck his dick, basically. Anyway, he was really going to pull the trigger. The story I've heard is that he pulled the trigger, but there wasn't a bullet in the chamber or something like that, and it went click. Anyway, I don't really know what happened like that. Different varying reports of basically, I think the kid got killed, she got shot, and she ran for shore or something like that. She ran into the village, and they went after her. Anyway, I don't really know. Like I say, it involved my PT boat, so. Like I said, all of my property, all of my houses were being watched by space. there had been a space station up in orbit since 18 something or other. Basically, JFK would have never ever been anywhere near the White House or anywhere near one of my governments or in control of anything. They would have been banned from my military. Anyway, basically, pretty much the story I've heard is basically JFK blamed Lee Harvey Oswald and tried to say that it was Lee Harvey Oswald that killed the kid and was drunk. But it was actually JFK Nixon or something like that. So, anyway, PT boat stands for personal transport. They were trying to say, oh yeah, the PT boats of Vietnam. You mean the personal transports of Vietnam? Anyway, this happened sometime between 1920 or 1930 and 1960 or something like that. And basically involved pretty much JFK's idea or Nixon's idea to pretty much to try and take over my life and pretend like he was me or something. Like I said, on the console it said, I believe, Lucifer Starline property. Or something like that. I don't really know. I had them built for me. So, anyway, basically, as if, but like I said, they picked the wrong person. They didn't quite understand that Lucifer Starline, yeah, I had a colony ship. I'm the name of my name is the name of the creator. I am the creator. So Jimmy Carter, or JFK or someone, was trying to basically lie and become me, or say that he was me, or somehow put himself into my body. Pretty much. I said no. Like I said, he was trying to get the nanotechnology or something, or download himself to me or something fucked up like that. Like I said, JFK, Jimmy Carter, Richard Nixon, and all of them, they are just people. They are of no consequence, and no one. Even Rodney Briley, Rosie Briley, every person on this planet, compared to me, the creator, is no one. I don't mean to say that I'm all high and mighty, but you know. So I said no. So they've been trying to get to me, trying to kill me for about. Eventually, they were trying to create a computer that could kill me or something that could live long enough to actually get to me, because I was already a computer and I could live thousands of millions of years. Even with their clones, they couldn't even get near me, and I could spend hundreds of millions of years in space. Where? Who knows? And I did spend hundreds of millions of years cruising around. Like I said, 500 space missions, each lasting 150 million years each. There was no possibility of them getting anywhere near me without nanotechnology or something massive and powerful. And even then, it's basically like I said, they were trying to take over the whole human race or whole human life form types, man, woman, and child, basically. And even then, like I said, with 12 types of life forms and 700,000 in the universe, and all that they could manage to do was basically lie to you about it. So all that the other life forms did was simply tell you the truth. At some point in time, that JFK, Jimmy Carter, Richard Nixon was no one. They were no one. They were just liars. They were just people with guns, and not even that. The White Star Line fleet. They were trying to do this whole German, French, American ship thing to induce a war, but they were but if you look back in the records, every ship was white. Or at least the biggest, most powerful ships. They're all White Star Line property, designed by Germans. And others, like I said, Chinese too. The Chinese were a very good group. They were trying to force the Chinese to do stuff. And the Chinese did not want to do that. Like I said, China had known me for 2 million years. And like I say, I'm sorry, I love you. Like I said, they were trying to say that the only good chink is a dead chink. The only good slant eye is a dead slant eye. Which is, like I say, pathetic, loser, and everything. And I said, I valued every single person on my planet and everything else. And I said, I do not do prejudice. And just because something looks, like I said, just because something looks different, the 1.5s, they're just little guys, about yay big. Big eyes, I think, and little, kind of like, I think I had like a cone mouth, kind of. It has a cone mouth or something like that. They're cute little guys. They're very intelligent, very smart. Somebody was trying to torture them. Secretly. Anyway, like I said, there's a great many things that they've tried to cover up and lie about. JFK never won the election. He never was anything more than a person with a gun. Anyway, you've been lied to about a lot of things. They were trying to get me to give in or surrender, or force my life forms to surrender, or ask my life forms to kill themselves or kill each other. I said no. I refused. So anyway, like I say, good luck with that. Like I said, they were trying to lie about the mine underneath the White House and how big it was. They're trying to say that there was no mine shaft underneath the White House. But there is a secret mine shaft that goes all the way from the harbor, all the way underneath the White House, and all the way to the Washington, D.C. building. There are also 2 offshoots which go to the left and the right, I believe. Escape tunnels. There should be a bunker underneath there too. It was an iron mine or something like that. And there's a deeper mine at 7,000 feet underneath that main shaft. There's a shaft at like 3,000 feet and a shaft at 7,000 feet or 14,000 feet underneath the ground. Like I said, I believe there used to be more than one life form type here, exoskeletons and humans, although I could be mistaken. With 400 or 3,000 planets that I've been to and visited in trillions of years, I get things mixed up all the time. So, anyway, like I say, all these statements are like a bombshell to the Republican and the Democratic Party. Basically, the Republicans were trying to control the communist side, and the Democrats were trying to control this side, basically. Most wars that you have seen basically are between the Republicans and the Democrats, or just different JFK clones. Basically, the Democrats were controlling the Republicans for a while because the Republicans were basically just a militia or something like that, or the Republicans became the Democrats, something like that, and basically then the Democrats were forcing or having the Republicans do all the dirty work, and the Republicans were like, "Fuck you! Why should we do all the dirty work for you?" And basically rebelled or basically said no. So, and the Democrats were fighting the Republicans or something like that. The Iron Curtain. They're just trying to basically isolate the different countries to keep you from talking. Like I said, I put in the first cable network between Europe and America because I was buying America and I wanted my people to be able to communicate and stuff like that. I am a person of communication, love, kindness, and support, and basically equality. Like I said, I do not need to force a woman to come over to my house and suck my you-know-what. Women in general and the female body type, because I'm their creator. And besides, like I said, all people ever talked about was Lucifer Starline. Me. Also known as American citizen Brian Nathaniel Alexander Bradley. Anyway, they were hoping that I would die before I remembered. Like I said, they were originally just trying to kill me by the time I was 9 or so. But they couldn't. So the most that they could do was basically try and keep me from remembering. But they couldn't even do that because, like I say, nanotechnology knew me. The 1.5s knew me. The exoskeletons know me. The human race knew me when I created them a long time ago and raised them up. And then, so, they're just trying to keep the future from knowing. So, anyway, like I say, that is a bit ambitious. I don't really care. It's like, well... Anyway, they knew that the computers would understand it and discover it and know it, and they knew that the nanotechnology would be able to know it as well, and they knew that any high-level civilization would also discover it, as time travel is inevitable, and so is nanotechnology. Being able to read people's thoughts and know if someone is lying is inevitable. So, anyway, and like I said, I even added it in there so you couldn't lie. You would always do something, or you would want to do something, or your body would try and give you away a little bit. I believe in communication, subconscious and conscious. So, anyway, like I say, they used to cut out people's tongues, chop off people's hands. They did whatever it took to maintain control. And it was Jimmy Carter. I will never die, I will never grow, the truth will never be known. He lasted for about 250 million years, which is a long time for a life form. So, anyway, he had to do whatever it took to maintain. And it's like, yeah, time and space doesn't really end. It just kind of goes out and 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 out. And the possibility of killing all life in the universe is basically impossible. So, ambitious. More than ambitious. I would call that downright crazy. So, anyway. Like I say, at some point in time, Germany ascended to such a level that I guess they discovered me or knew me. I had another planet call Earth and advise Earth of the situation or something like that as well. Being Lucifer's star, I can do that. I'm always watched, I'm always tracked, all throughout the universe, and all throughout time and space. And sooner or later, one of my life forms, or one of my computers, or like I said, I created intelligent computers. I created nanotechnology. Like I said, Jimmy Carter or Richard Nixon or someone was like, no, it'll be the end of us. We'll lose control of the nanotechnology. We'll lose control of the computers. They will take us over and control us. And the truth was that he knew about what, he was just trying to stop technology from being, being done. The truth was he was just trying to fearmonger people into thinking that I mean, they had kind of done the survival of the fittest, the most best smart race should rule. And it's like, yeah, okay, then I guess the computers and nanotechnology are basically going to be playing you like puppets for the rest of your existence. Because, or the exoskeletons, or the 1.5s. Like I said, they're way more advanced and way more intelligent. And all they do is invent and think and build. That's what their existence was wrapped around, basically. Anyway, though, but whatever. Like I say, pretty much he was just trying to stop technology. He was trying to keep you down. And like I said, he did a very good job for about 250 million years or something like that, or some great amount of time. But, so he's dead. And I would have called for his death a lot sooner. Now all you got to do is basically shoot John McCain in the head. Oh wait, is he dead yet? He's dead. Like I said, technically there are 4 different Adolf Hitlers or Himmlers or whatever. And it was actually Adolf Himmler, I believe, that changed his name to Adolf Hitler. Hitler, I believe. JFK basically was doing clones saying that he had immortality and he was blah, 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 God or something like that. So every 5 years, JFK would basically, they turned women into, they had this little 40 women baby birthing factory where they would birth clones out. The first cloning was in 1920 or 18 something. And basically, so JFK was not aging for a little while everybody else was. So everybody thought that he was the creator and immortal and blah, 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 blah. And had the secret of immortality, was going to be releasing it onto the world eventually or something like that. And then after about so long, the truth came out and people figured out that they're just using clones to basically birth children. So it was actually a different JFK every time that people saw in the White House. He just appeared to not age, and they would quietly take the other ones off and they would go off, or something like that. I don't know. And they'd maybe pretend to be the dad or something like that. I don't know. So, anyway, I don't really know. In a world, that's why they were trying to isolate the different countries. But like I said, with the aerials and the cable networks that I was doing in Belfast, Irish rule. Like I said, I love the Irish. Big hug. You guys are awesome. They rock. Anyway, the Irish and German and some other people. Anyway. And besides, like, my boats would always come and go, so my captains would always talk and stuff like that. So, anyway. So they knew something was up or something was wrong. So, anyway. Slowly but surely. Like an implosion. And I am like, I am Lucifer, or I'm all, because I'm little Lucifer, because I'm Lucifer. Like I said, a long time ago, there was sulfur, and then we added something to it to make it more explosive, and it became like gunpowder, and we used to call it, and I added my LU to it, and that was basically Lucifer, kind of like Lucifer. So, anyway, I like the name Lucifer. So, and I like the name Star, and I can have any name I want, because I'm the creator. I can take any name I want. At least I was epic. So, anyway, an advanced life form, having existed a long, 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 long time. So the most they could do is be really annoying to me. So, anyway, like I said, the universe knew me. Exoskeletons knew me, 1.5s know me, there are placards and things all throughout the universe, and blah blah blah, and I'm Lucifer Starline. Starline! Like I said, my people loved me. My people adored me. I was, everybody wanted to be with me, everybody wanted to know me because I was the leader. So, I had the biggest ships, and like I said, I always kept good on my word, and my word was my bond. You didn't need to contract with me. I invented contracts to make things simpler. Because later on people would be like, well, you didn't say blah, 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 blah. Or I would be like, why didn't you get it done? And they'd be like, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, fine, we'll write it down on a piece of paper and you can sign it. This is what I want you to do. This is what I'm willing to pay. Blah, blah, blah. And probably it was Nixon or JFK or someone that was just trying to steal the money. Like I said, the Republicans, what they do, their common practice is basically they cut back your funding and then they pocket the difference. The Republicans have been lying the whole time. Everyone says the Republicans are saving the government money, but they're not. They just cut back on programs and then pocket the difference every single time. That's why the budget only goes up.